Moments NFL wants you to forget. The National Football League is the hottest sport in America, and it may be the most entertaining brand out there right now. The league is reaching unparalleled levels of success and continues to grow with each year. Despite the unquestioned success, there are plenty of issues that have been going on for years and show no sign of ending anytime soon. The NFL has been in the news for various negative stories dealing with both the on-field and off-field aspects of the sport. Well, sit back, watch this video until the end, and let's see what are the moments that the NFL wants you to forget. But before we continue, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell to always be updated. Here we go. Number 10. Cheerleaders are treated terribly. Let's get this straight. Cheerleading is a glamorous job, and women have been dreaming of becoming NFL cheerleaders since they were called Little Princess by their fathers. The facts are that the jobs are terrible and women don't get treated correctly. Personally and professionally, women are misjudged on their looks. A Ravens cheerleader shared a story about being benched for gaining some pounds and said she was unpaid between appearances, home games, and photo shoots. The cheerleaders do several jobs for the NFL but are not compensated fairly. The Oakland Raiders allegedly used to pay their cheerleaders the annual wage of $1,250, that's $5 an hour for work that they do a season. So, if that is the case with most of the cheerleaders, why do they take the job? No one is forcing them. Number 9. Touchdown celebrations. There isn't anything funnier than seeing a professional football player goof around after scoring. But the rules and regulations trying to prevent the players from celebrating after scoring touchdowns are ridiculous. The referees will issue the penalty if they feel that the player celebrates too much or dishonors the game with unsportsmanlike conduct. Come on, ref, give us a break. The touchdown celebrations are hilarious and one of the most interesting aspects of the game. Chad Ochocinco Jonson and Terrell Owens are always bringing out the props, and several fans were criticizing Cam Newton for the touchdown dances but are timid compared to the past celebrations. If it offends you, just stop him from scoring then. Seriously, try stopping him. Number 8. Chief with benefits. Let's make this clear. The whole America knows that football is the most violent aside from MMA, with risks of athletes damaging their overall health and bodies. You would assume that they would be the first to offer top benefits to the players who put their bodies on the line. But actually, a player must play 4 years to receive full pension benefits. That seems really good, but the average NFL career is about 3.5 years. There is no doubt the NFL hopes that the average fan won't figure this one out. But no worries, we got you covered. Number 7. Replacement refs. There was a lockout with professional referees in 2012 because of a labor dispute. Commissioner Roger Goodell decided to hire scabs to serve as replacements, and it was a colossal disaster. The replacements made terrible calls that impacted several games, but one play will live in infamy. The game in which the Green Bay Packers played against Seattle Seahawks ended poorly. Seattle won with the last-second touchdown that was not a touchdown at all. The incorrect call and confusion showed how petty and how cheap the powerful yet wealthy league was. Number 6. The New Orleans Saints bounty scandal. The New Orleans Saints won the Super Bowl in 2010. This was a heartwarming story for the league and the worldwide fans. The football team helped the people from New Orleans enjoy and unite with the Super Bowl win, which was much needed since the years after Hurricane Katrina decimated the city. The Super Bowl run was met with controversy as it was discovered that the team was giving out cash bonuses to defenders that hit an opposing team's player hard enough to cart them off of the field. The drama then unfolded between Saints and NFL. There were massive suspensions being given out to various Saints personnel, including the head coach Sean Payton. Number 5. Players are underpaid. NFL is a thriving sport in America, and the attendance, merchandise numbers, and ratings are spectacular. The mark may be the biggest in North America, but players don't get a fair contract compared to other sports. DeMarco Murray was the best running back in the NFL last season and signed the 5-year $40 million contract in the offseason. NBA player DeMar Carroll was given a 4-year $58 million contract the previous summer. Jeff Samardzija was terrible last year, receiving a 5-year, $90 million contract with the Giants. It's easy to understand why NBA players make more money, as they only roster 13 players compared to 53 in the NFL. But MLB rosters are massive, and it doesn't make sense how much more their players make. The NFL players risk the body more than other sports and should be the highest paid athletes. The system allows owners to pocket more money and screw the players out of the competitive pay. Number 4. Inconsistent punishments. We all know that the NFL likes to practice discipline with fines and suspensions, and that would be fine if the rules were consistent and fair. Ray Rice was suspended for 2 games for assaulting his wife. Public outcry forced the league to increase the suspension, but they believed it was worth 2 games only. Dante Stallworth was suspended for 1 season for driving drunk in the accident causing a death. Josh Gordon was suspended for a similar amount of time for smoking pot. It's hard to compare the punishment and rules, but the league shows the history of ignoring domestic abuse but going harshly against silly things like marijuana drug test failures. Number 3. Concussions. The NFL has pretended to become progressive about concussion issues. A human being enduring damage to the head can cause severe damage to their lives. The league has a system that prevents players from competing until passing tests of suffering concussions. The film Concussion, in which Dr. Bennett Omalu tries to convince the authorities and create awareness among the public about the presence of chronic traumatic encephalopathy, a football-related head trauma in players. Sony later made changes to the film due to the NFL using political sways in hopes of not being completely exposed. Number 2. The future is in jeopardy. Several issues explored here are not going to be fixed and can harm the future of the sport. There is a movement of parents not allowing their children to play football at a young age due to the sport's dangers. The best athletes would have to be a fool to put their lives to football if they have a choice. Baseball and basketball players are treated better and have longer careers. Society is evolving, and the idea of dangerous sports with moral issues may become less appealing as it grows. The future of this sport is questionable. But let's stick together for the worst moment that happened in NFL history that the league doesn't want you to remember. Number 1. Offensive team name. In the past years, one of the biggest debates in the NFL among fans was whether the Washington Redskins should be forced to change the name. A massive percentage of Native Americans found the name offensive and petitioned to get rid of the Redskins term. Why did this name exist if it offended people? Why keep the fight on? There's an argument to get rid of it, but none to keep it. The other reason is, how offensive is it? How dumb can you be if you don't understand how it can offend a group of people? Let's keep this real. Washington football team is way better. What do you think is the worst from this list? Did we miss anything? Let us know in the comments section below. Be sure to share this video and amaze your friends too. Don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button and ring the notification bell to be notified first when a new cool video like this comes out. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.